be prepared to be really nervous and get good deodorant because yeah.
Hello and welcome to Toilet Talks. My name is Ikenna Azuike. Now, to dream up solutions to the challenges our world faces today, we need big and bold ideas from inspirational people. And that's where Toilet Talks comes in, a show about big ideas from the smallest room. Toilet Talks is a show from water and sanitation champion IRC. The guest joining me on today's show is one of the most recognizable faces in the Netherlands. She's one of the anchor women of Dutch national news and the presenter of iconic radio show Met het oog op morgen. It is Simone Weimans. Simone, welcome. Describe your toilet to me.
Yeah, the atmosphere is very cool, calm and collected, like myself.
You're very humble, you're a very humble person.
I mean, I love the toilet. You know, when I was small, I always hated to do the washing up with my sister. When we had dinner, my mom always told us you have to do the washing up. And then I always said, no, I have to go to the toilet. Then I went to the toilet, sat on the toilet for maybe half an hour. And then when I would come out, then everything would be done. And my mom would be like, where were you? Like, I had to be in the toilet. So the toilet used to be really a space for me to retreat, to read a book, but now because it's so small, I don't really do that anymore, but yeah.
Okay, so Simone, in Toilet Talks, I ask every guest for their biggest insight, something that has impacted their lives. Tell me, what's yours?
Well, my biggest insight is, maybe it's a little bit basic, but still for me it's a very important insight. It is that you always have to ask what you want. I never used to do that. I always thought that things would come to me because people could see my talents or how I worked, but that doesn't work like that. You really have to ask, be very specific, and then things start to come. That is, to me, my biggest insight. I always used to think, I do my best, I really try to be the best that I can be, and people will notice me and they will give me opportunities. So I don't have to go out and ask for stuff or network, or because I don't really like networking. So I thought, people will come to me, they see me, and everything will be fine. But that didn't really happen. So I was talking to a friend of mine, she's very, like a go-getter, and she was like, I was complaining to her, like, why am I not getting opportunities? Why is my career stalling a little bit? And then she said, do you ever ask for what you want? And I was like, what? Yeah, just ask what you want and maybe you'll get it or maybe not. But just ask the question. And then, that to me, it's such a simple, weird thing in a way, ask for what you want. It's such a basic thing in life, but I never really did it. And when I started to do that, things started to change as well in my career.
Okay, so the very first time that you put that insight into practice, what happened?
Well, I have to tell you, I was sweating bullets. It was really completely drained. I was asking a colleague, I won't say which colleague. I was asking a colleague of what I wanted to do, and I had to make an appointment first. And of course, I thought, oh my God. Then I went in, I was really nervous, and then I blurted it out, the things that I wanted to do, and he said, oh well, that's good to know, we'll think about it, and I was like, what? That's it? He was like, okay, well that's good point, interesting that you would like to do this and this and that. And then, we started to talk about it. But the first time I was really scared. And after that, it became way, way easier. And it's way easier to just talk about your hopes and your dreams and what you want. Yeah. And yes, but the first time, be prepared. If you're where you used to be in the same position as I was, be prepared to be really nervous and get good deodorant because.
Oh my God! Simone Weimans, practical advice: buy deodorant.
Buy deodorant for sure.
I love that you were. It feels like you were almost like you prepped yourself for this big face-off. Like you're gonna have to argue. You're gonna have to tell him no. You know what? And it's like, all right.
He said, sure. I was like, oh, this is it? Okay. Yes.
What do you mean?
For sure. Yeah. You always make it bigger in your head than it really is. Yeah.
And there'll be people who are watching thinking, okay, that's all very well for you to say, you've got this amazing career and everything, it's fine for you to ask what you want. But what would your advice be to people who feel like their voice doesn't count?
No, I think every voice counts. It's not like because of my job, my voice counts more. Of course, no. If you have another kind of job, I think it's just a life story, a life thing. Of course, it can be really small things. It doesn't really have to be about your career or something big. It can be in the smaller things in life. And every step, if you ask small things, if you ask 10 small things, in the end you have one big thing. So. It can be in incremental steps. You have to maybe think sometimes.
So your advice would be just start small, like just break the pattern maybe of not asking for stuff with little baby steps and then gradually build up.
Exactly. And then you have to sometimes be patient, which is annoying, I know, but that's the reality of life, I think.
Would you have a tip for people who want to speak up but are just too afraid?
Well, I think one tip to start with, start small, is just to say it out loud or to write it down in a journal or to speak about it with a friend or just to vocalize it, I think is one of the first steps, definitely, because then it starts to become more real. At least that's how it worked for me.
We give our guests the opportunity to get rid of something that they can't stand. Something you just think, that's it shouldn't be in the world anymore. What would you like to flush down the Toilet Talks toilet, Simona?
I would really love to flush conspiracy theories down the toilet right now. We're in the middle of a pandemic. People are insecure, they don't know what's real or what's not. And some people are really deep down that rabbit hole, and it's dangerous. It's bad for our safety, for our health, and I really would flush it down the toilet right now if I could.
Well, the great thing about your advice in this show is that you just ask for it, so you get it. We are going to flush away conspiracy theories.
Yes.
Right? So 3, 2, 1, flush!
Gone!
It's gone! They're gone forever!
They're gone!
Okay, so thank you very much for joining us, Simona. Really appreciate it. Before I let you go though, who are you going to pass the Toilet Talks toilet roll on to next? Give me a little teaser.
He's a theater director and an arts curator. Very interesting. Very creative. I think that's very important for this show.
Okay.